Hey, I have a question. Do you ever get snow up here?
Yes.
Well, because I got snowed in Pasadena.
Because you're at a higher elevation. I bet you get some snow.
Do you remember when it was cold as balls?
I don't remember when it was cold as balls.
No.
I remember when it was very cold.
Do you remember when it was so cold in LA and then it was like insane?
I love it. I love it when it's cold.
And it snowed here at one point.
That's great. That would make me happy. I love snow.
I don't need it. You have to shovel. You want to shovel snow?
No one shovels snow in LA. You wait 10 minutes and it goes away.
Yeah, but when you lived in snow, did you have to shovel it? Was that a chore for you?
Yes, I had to go shovel out the driveway. We had, our house neighbored the Murphy brothers. The Murphy brothers were Irish guys from Ireland.
Oh my God.
So we would shovel out our driveway while they
So you have the
shoveled out.
Stroms and the Murphy boys.
Yeah, Strom's Jewish family, Murphy brothers on the other side were these Irish brothers. They would be shoveling out their driveway, and my mother would send me, Neil, Luke, whoever down to shovel out our driveway. And that's where I learned what a real Irish accent is. Because I thought that the Irish accent was Lucky Charms, Elf.
Yeah.
Oh, Bikash and Bigora. Oh, that's what I thought from cartoons an Irish accent was. And these were real guys from the countryside in Ireland. And I go, oh, hello, Mr. Murphy, how are you? You wouldn't know his. Well, I tell you this one. You wouldn't know that. I'm like, what the fuck is that? That's it's like a pirate whose jaw's broken. And then you go to Ireland, it's like, when you get out to the countryside, that's how they sound. Oh. That's an Irish accent. Anyway, sure, I did my time. I grew up in a different era than you, Sona.
Oh.
I'm 110 years old. But
people shovel their snow now. I mean, I'm just saying, I didn't know. I can't see you out there doing manual labor like that.
You had to back then.
Okay, I didn't know that. It's just something I can't picture.
Back then, you had to do things. You just had to.
Do you ever get out in your yard now and kind of pull weeds or prune hedges or anything like that? Do you do any kind of manual? Are you alive?
What I do. I'm in a room. When I say a room, it's more of a hyperbaric chamber.
Okay.
Let me paint the picture for you.
Okay.
In the morning, the timer goes off and my chamber opens. All the steams and gases come out. I climb out, my pale, flaccid body. A robe is applied by several attendants.
Oh,
okay.
God.
Then I go to I sit in a chair and I have my morning gel. I just have a little gel that I can have out of a pack. And then I sit and I look at a screen and I see hundreds of workers working on the compound.
Oh.
And I suspiciously watch them about their tasks.
Okay.
And every now and then I point with my gnarled old finger to one area that I think needs more tending. and people are dispatched to tell the workers in that Sector 7G
I
what
was
to do.
going to say you're turning into Mr. Burns.
Yeah.
You are becoming him.
When you guys get a Christmas tree, do you go out as a family and get it, or does you have somebody for that?
We go to Home Depot.
First of all,
and you go to the garage.
See, this is where I criticize Sona.
This is where you criticize
Hold on, listen.
me? That's all you do.
You went to Home Depot once every year at Christmas time, come hell or high water, I call my agency, William Morris Endeavor, and I say, it's tree time. Rick Rosen calls the literary department. The literary department calls the film department. The film department calls someone who works way, way, way down in the bowels there, and they go out and they get a tree.
Okay.
And they bring it to my house.
Oh, man.
And they also have to bring a B-list actor, too. To
like who have been some in the past?
Well, Chad Michael Murray.
You had his name
I know.
teed up.
It wasn't teed up. The guy, I come down every year and he's putting the lights on.
It's because you're obsessed with One Tree Hill a little bit.
I'm always like, good job, CMM. And he's always like, no problem, Mr. O'Brien. And I say, hey, it's Dr. O'Brien. And then I say, hey, weren't you married to one of the cast members on One Tree Hill for like a brief time? And he goes, who, Sophia Butch? And I go, yeah, but it was brief, right? And he goes, yeah, kind of brief. And then he says, how come you know so much about this when you're kind of an old guy, Conan? And I say, well, I'm a bit of a perv. And Chad Michael Murray says, yeah, but I mean, were you even watching One Tree Hill? And I said, yeah, I had a One Tree Hill poster that I had Sona get for me. It was in my office. I know all about One Tree Hill, Sophia Bush, and your marriage to her. Now, hey, why don't you put a star on top of the tree, Chad Michael Murray? let's go, buddy boy. You know, we're losing daylight here.
You knew they were married just from having the poster in your office. Don't act like you didn't Google them all the time. The whole cast.
I didn't. I never Googled them.
Why did you have their poster up?
I just knew stuff. For some reason, we were somewhere on the Warner Brothers lot, and I saw a One Tree Hill poster, and I remember saying to you, Sona, get me that poster, thinking you never would. The next day, that poster framed was in my office, and people would always come in, and there was like, there's a picture of me with Johnny Carson. There's a picture of me with David Letterman. There's, a picture of me with Adam Sandler. And then there would be this, but bigger than any other photo.
It's huge. So framed.
Actually, the biggest photo in the office was one of Lincoln on his deathbed. Don't ask, not a photo, obviously, but a drawing, a painting. Oh. I don't know why I had that. Being attended by like 30 people, historically inaccurate. It was a very small room. But anyway, and then next to that
what do you mean you don't know why you had that? That sounds very much like you.
But then the thing that really always killed me was people would come in and go, what the? And there was a big picture of the cast of One Tree Hill.
Where did you get it, Sona?
She just went to the Warner Brothers.
Yeah, because it's a Warner Brothers show. And if you just say, hey, Conan wants a poster of One Tree Hill, they're like, okay. And then they just send it to you.
Wow.
But I also realized he said that about every poster we walked by. And I didn't realize he was joking. So I actually did get him a poster of One Tree Hill, but then he would just do that bit. He'd be like, I want that poster. Give me that poster.
Because when you walk around at Warner Brothers, there are posters of shows that you've forgotten about from a long time ago. Like Klepler's Way, You're like, Klepler's Way? There's a bunch of people looking real intense, standing around, and they've got padded shoulders because it's 1986. Those things always fascinated me because they would keep them up on the wall, I mean, it would make sense to me. Like, okay, yeah, you keep the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air up, or you keep this up, or you keep that up. But Klepler's Way, what are you talking about? I don't know.
So I got him at One Tree Hill poster.
Yeah, and it was in my office. I don't even, and you know what? I bet I still have it because everything goes into storage. When I go, and I hope it's not for a long time, but judging by the tone of my voice, it'll be sooner rather than later. When they go through my storage, it's going to be nuts.
It is crazy.
Because the stuff that's in there's a whole remote of me going through my storage unit. I went with my wife to the storage unit one day, and I don't remember if you were with us or not, Sona, but we went to the storage unit, and we were like somewhere in the valley. We were just looking at the storage unit, and then someone said, see that storage building over there? That's the Kardashian storage building. And I was like, damn, mine is all things like, a statue of Rutherford B. Hayes that I purchased that's been put into storage. It's made out of tobacco, and then, but theirs, can you imagine what's in their storage facility?
Is like basically a closet.
Yeah.
That's what I heard, is that it's like all of their clothes and bags and stuff.
Right.
It's just
previous husbands are in there. The basketball player, I bet he's in there. He's just standing in a unit, just waiting to be let go.
Oh no.
He just What's that?
Humphreys.
What's his name?
Humphreys.
Chris Humphreys.
Chris Humphreys.
Right.
Yeah, she was married to a basketball player, and then they just put him in storage. They weren't even legally divorced. They just put him into storage.
Hey, he's there with their clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
Imagine having so many clothes, you need a storage facility. That's basically just another closet.
Our storage facility is not that big, and there's no clothes, but it is crazy things fans have sent me over the year.
Yeah.
Like fans that find out that I like to noodle around on the guitar. One of them took a bathroom scale and used it as the bass and made a guitar.
Yeah.
And I think they're in Switzerland or something. They made the craziest guitar out of a bathroom scale. Wow. Plays like shit, but accurately measured my weight. It was then I knew I had to drop 15 pounds.
That's nice.
And I never did.
That's nice. It's nice that you kept that stuff.
I keep everything. I've got it all. Well, hard not to get nostalgic here up in Altadena. It brings back so many memories of when I got here for the first time about an hour ago. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
It is really nice here. It's
I should come up here more often.
You should. No, you won't.
And you know what? Your kids were happy to see me.
My kids really love you a lot.
They said Uncle Coco.
I know. They actually really like you, and they were excited that you were coming over today.
Did you tell them I was coming?
I did. Yeah.
They showed me their bedroom?
Yeah, they did. They were really excited to show. We already talked about it, but
they have a monkey in there, a stuffed monkey. I said, what's its name? And they said monkey. That kind of bummed me out a bit.
Yeah, they don't have name like Charlie.
I said,
has
"What's the name of the monkey?" And they said, "Monkey."
Charlie has a,
And I just
a
got
fox,
sad.
and it's called Fox. He's
Fox
got a
is Fox.
raccoon, and
My
it's
daughter
called
does that too, but she
raccoon.
doubles it. You go like, "What's this alligator called? Allie Allie or Monkey Monkey or something?"
Yeah, that's
Well, sometimes my boys will go Armenian. So Mikey has bears, and he calls them archuks. So they're bilingual. It's not a big deal. My kids are bilingual.
As long as, English is sort of stressed. That's the important thing.
Oh, it's important. It's the important thing.
Well, just make sure that it's stressed.
Were you recording when he said that's the important thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, you're just saying.
Geography, Listen, what is it?
The birds really don't like
Crows. Yeah.
Yeah, those crows. Well,
Well,
Did that anger you with the birds? Does that make you upset that
No,
they're,
I think-
they're loud while you're trying to talk?
it doesn't anger me. This is true, and my brother Neil's the same way. When a bird in a distance crows or caws, we think it's really funny. I don't know why. I've always thought that was funny when a bird goes, bah, bah. I always think they're mocking humans. I always
might
think
be.
birds know more than we do, and they think that we're ridiculous. So whenever a bird in a tree goes, bah, I just think they know that our endeavors on this spinning blue globe we call Earth are but foolish, foolish
I
and
think
ephemeral.
they're just trying to mate with each other.
Oh, well, yeah, trying to get it done.
Gotta get done.
Get her done. All right. Well, I think that's a really good note to go out on, he said, untruthfully. The important thing we learned here is that Chad Michael Murray puts up the lights on the Christmas tree that William Morris Endeavor places in my home, and that I have done no manual labor since probably about 1974.
God bless us, everyone.
God bless us, everyone. From Altadena, this is Pasadena saying goodnight.